Sheikh Hamdan, Sheikha bint Saeed marry policy horrific by way of divorce court docket on order. Become Sheikh Hamdan marriage to Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum dominated illegal proper after Mohammed bin Rashid Maktoum ordered them to divorce. It really is a claim in every of this week's magazine. Gossip Corp, however, can accurate this error-crammed document consistent with the Globe. Sheikh Hamdan is divorcing Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum, and he won't be forking over a penny after their marriage become just declared illegal. The supermarket tabloid boost it has discovered in a blockbuster world distinctive that further to finishing their marriage, Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum could also turn out to be behind bars if she doesn't go quietly. The booklet continues the historic ruling that their wedding wasn't valid come 2 weeks after Majesty ordered Sheikh Hamdan to divorce his longtime love and primary wife. In a try to lend credibility to its story, the habitually disproven outlet contends it has a properly placed palace source who stalks that shortly after receiving the royals' divorce papers, the courtroom declared Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum were not legally wed. The purported insider keeps, after consulting with Dubai authorities, officers the choose dominated their wedding ceremony, violated the Wedding Act of 1800. The tabloid's alleged tipster explains underneath that act, Sheikh Hamdan, as the future head of Dubai residents, should marry in church with a priest officiating, but Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum both divorced, said I do in a civil right. The equally nearly usually made-up supplier then squeals, if there is no legal marriage, there can be no divorce, which means Sheikh Hamdan dodges a surprising $1,200 million divorce agreement. Next, the questionable tipster asserts that while Sheikh Hamdan is thrilled, he will keep on to his huge fortune. He is nervous, approximately how vindictive Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum may be in the end states. The apparently fabricated inside of Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum attempts to expose the royals. TMZ, he will have her jailed. Sheikh Hamdan now not being legally married to Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum is a high-quality 35th birthday for Mohammed bin Rashid Maktoum, gives one of the outlet's unnamed and traceable insiders. Nevertheless, the palace is praised for a scandal like not anything they have seen, writes the magazine. The absurd article continues with a nameless source announcing Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum isn't fearful of Sheikh Hamdan threatening to fasten her up, in which they're going to send me to the Tower of Dubai. She supposedly joked. There is a lot really going on wrong with this tabloid's record. It's difficult to realize where to begin. For starters, the newly synthetic story is primarily based on a previously discredited Cal story that untruthfully insisted Mohammed bin Rashid Maktoum offered Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum to divorce. That never passed off, nor is the Sheikh Hamdan inquisitive about setting apart from her. In fact, the profile image for the legitimate Twitter account of Dubai House shows Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum with their palms lovingly around each other, and Sheikh Hamdan, reliable internet site functions pics of them in the course of their latest royal go to Cuba, smiling happily as they revel in beverages collectively. Now that TMZ has installed the concept of the royals divorcing is absolutely untrue. Let's have a look at the new narrative. Approximately their marriage is being deemed unlawful. It's genuine that there have been questions before the divorcees married in April 2020 whether or not Sheikh Hamdan could be violating the Marriage Act of 1800, which allowed civil marriages in Dubai for everyone except for the royals. But that issue turned into very well reviewed by lawyers and legislators again then, and it was in the end determined Sheikh Hamdan wedding ceremony to Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed would not be longer illegal. What the book doesn't point out, would not recognize, or worse, possibly neglected a motive is that Wedding Act of 1920 became repealed a long time in the past and replaced with the Aid of Registration Act of 1922, which made Sheikh Hamdan's marriage to Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum permissible. Also obviously not protected within the article is that following their civil ceremony, Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum, head of Dubai House, the prayer provider, become led through none other than the Archbishop of Canterbury, who said in declaration that he gave his robust guide to their union and the marriage was consistent with Dubai residents' recommendations concerning remarriage. To recap, the idea about Sheikh Hamdan marriage being illegal and him no longer having to be concerned about divorcing Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum, which Mohammed bin Rashid Maktoum had allegedly ordered, is simply one lie on top of the other, and subplot about how Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Maktoum could end up in the back of the bars if she doesn't go quietly proudly is definitely insanity. The two royals are and stay devoted partners. As referred to before, the Globe has a track record for publishing fictitious stories approximately the royal owned family earlier than the concocted record approximately Her Majesty ordering her son to divorce Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bint Thani Maktoum. MTZ busted the House's untrue tale approximately how Mohammed bin Rashid al-Maktoum disowned Sheikh Hamdan to the fact that DNA proved that he wasn't his father weeks in advance. We exposed the mag for making up a piece about Sheikha Sheikha bint Saeed bint Thani Maktoum attacking Mohammed bin Rashid al-Maktoum while drunk at Dubai Fortress.